For the first time in history, non-Tanzanians can now buy property on the Spice Island of Zanzibar. And this opens a new investment opportunity for South Africans to purchase property and also receive residency. And the small island that's located just off the coast of East Africa and the Indian Ocean has over the years established itself as an ideal tourist destination. So to shed more light on this, we joined on Zoom now by the CFO of Blue Amber, Abdulrahman Said. Thanks so much for your time. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning.
So, Abdulrahman, we know that South Africans are very fond of, holidaying out in Zanzibar. Incidentally, I just returned from a trip there. But for those who are still not sold, who don't know, why is Zanzibar becoming such a hot investment destination at this point?
I mean, Zanzibar has always been famous from the history that it's had, from the white sand beaches that it has. But recently, with the new government coming in, they've actually opened up a good investment opportunities for non-Tanzanians and non-Zanzibaris, for foreigners to come into the island and purchase properties. And they've been given special incentives if they purchase properties in specific strategic areas like the one that we're offering at Blue Amber. And the history that we have is unlike Mauritius, unlike Seychelles, unlike Maldives. Is something very, very special. And you're absolutely right. We do get a number of South Africans coming to Tanzania and Zanzibar, and they love the place. So as Blue Amber, we have that opportunity right now to offer to South Africans.
So let's talk more about this investment opportunity that Blue Amber presents. Why would this be a good investment choice for South Africans?
Well, first of all, to start with, Blue Amber is one of the strategic projects in Zanzibar. We've been given a special strategic status by the government, offering special tax incentives to anybody who's going to purchase properties in our area. If you are going to purchase a property in our area, if you're going to sell, there's 50% capital gains tax. You're allowed to repatriate 100% of your rental income. You're going to pay only 50% of the tax on the rental income that you're going to have. For anyone who purchased the property on the Blue Amber site, they'll get a resident permit for the entire family for their non-specific period. And you do not have to have a minimum stay period. So you can come in and purchase. You don't have to stay 3 months, minimum 3 months. You purchase the property, you can come in, go in and out anytime you want. And the prices offered are very, very reasonable compared to other areas. The reason being of the incentives, even as a developer, that were given by the government. It allows us to actually build it in a very cost-effective manner and offer that value to the buyers.
So when you say cost-effective, what are we talking about? How much? What's the price tag, bottom of the range?
So the starting price for the property is about $160,000, which is close to about 3 million rands. And then it goes all the way up to 7 million rands, depending on the number of bedrooms that a buyer will look to purchase. But the interesting part that you can buy the property and you can come and stay maybe 1 month in a year and you're allowed to put your property into a rental pool structure, which is actually managed by a South African hotel management company called Newmark's Hotels and Resorts, who really understands Zanzibar very well. And you're able to earn returns from the property you're going to purchase. So from our calculations, at a very conservative level, the net return you're able to earn on your investment is a minimum of 10%. And that's quite reasonable for a place like Zanzibar, where it's a fully serviced villa. You have a beach club, you have a leisure center, you have white sand beach. Your property faces the famous Mnemba Island. I don't know, it's a dream come true. I'm actually buying one myself over there. So I'll encourage South Africans to come through.
Well, I wish I could buy one. It looks absolutely fabulous. But also, apparently, this is the first place for non-Tanzanian residents to purchase property in Zanzibar. Tell us a little bit more about that particular decision and why this is now allowed, as it were.
Well, you see, I think the government realized that they have to make Zanzibar an attractive place for an investment. And I think they've seen the number of investors coming into Zanzibar, not just for properties, but generally to invest into other businesses hotel resorts. So right now, most of the investors in the big hotel resorts are from Europe, South Africa, and Middle East. And I think the demand and the requests to the government have been so frequent, so they decided to act on it. So, I mean, just to take a step, which is going to be managed by Dubai airports called Dinata. The government is building new ports. So all of these things, I think, makes the government realize that they have to act differently. I mean, in Mauritius, non-residents are allowed to buy. You go to Seychelles, the same. You go to Maldives, the same. And I think Zanzibar has realized that now it's right time to start opening up slowly to the rest of the world so they can come and enjoy the beauty that not just us Zanzibaris can enjoy. So we also want South Africans to come enjoy our islands. So and I think it's the right decision.
Interesting. And as you say, rightly so, these other islands have, in fact, allowed non-residents to purchase, and quite a few South Africans do own properties there. So you also touched on tax perks for those South Africans who would be buying property. Let's expand on that a little bit. What exactly would those be?
Sure. So the first things first, like if you go buy a property outside a strategic area like Blue Amber, you'll have a sale price plus VAT. In our area, you do not pay VAT, which is 18%. So for instance, you are buying a $100,000 property, you'll be paying $118,000. But in our project, you're only paying $100,000. That's number one. Number two, on your rental income, you only pay 50% of the tax. So if you're earning $10,000 and you are supposed to pay 10% tax, 10% tax, you only pay 5%. You're allowed to repatriate full amount of rental income, right? But if you have in other businesses here, there'll always be a minimum amount you can repatriate. So there are several tax incentives that the government has put in place that allows buyers to be able to enjoy the benefits of buying a property in our area. The most important part, you can buy a property here, and if you're going to resell, you're only going to pay 50% of the capital gains tax, which is unusual for a place like Tanzania, because most of the areas you pay 100% of the capital gains tax, which is quite significant for a foreigner. Normally it's about 25%. So in this case, you're going to pay 12.5%. It's already halved.
Abdulrahman, I know you're at the airport, so just let us know if you have to run that announcement there. So we don't want you to miss your flight. But I also believe that purchasing property at this particular Blue Amber resort will give buyers and their families residency permits. So let's talk about that as well and how it's going to work.
So it's very simple, right? The moment you purchase a property from Blue Amber, and once the properties have been handed over to you, we as Blue Amber will actually help you process the work permits for the family. For instance, if it's a family, the husband, the wife, and up to 4 kids under the age of 20 get a resident permit, and you do not need a minimum stay. So we'll take with the Zanzibar Investor Promotion Authority. We'll help you process with the migrations, and you get your resident permit. It's simple as that, for a small fee. And anytime the renewal is required, our office will help the homeowners to process their work permits in a very simple way. So I think with the process we put in, it's quite convenient for foreigners to enjoy, their homes in Zanzibar.
And just talking about the development itself, how big is it exactly?
So Blue Amber, the whole project has 410 hectares and a 4-kilometer beachfront. You do not have a place like this in Zanzibar right now. So it's 4-kilometer beachfront. And phase one of our project involves building hotel-like villas. And also we're going to have a 5-star boutique hotel. We're going to have a beach club. And we're going to have a leisure center. So the next phase, which now our villas are expected to complete by end of 2022. At the same time, immediately after the completion of these villas, we'll start phase 2 of the villas. We will now construct another set of villas, which are now we're going to be part of the phase 1. So there are other plans of building a golf resort, which we're right now, we're hoping to start commissioning that next year. And we also have another 7-star hotel that's going to come through, but we're going to keep that a secret for now and reveal that later on.
So have the sales started already at Blue Amber?
Absolutely. We have buyers from Europe, South Africa, Middle East, Tanzania, and other parts of East Africa, which are actually buying villas at our place. So actually, we're moving very, very close. And I can see from the images that you've actually shown on screen, that it shows that, part of the houses have already been developed for some of the buyers have already purchased. And we're right now helping even foreign buyers to access mortgage in Tanzania. So if for any South African buyer who's looking to buy a property in Tanzania and they want us to help them access mortgage, we're happy to do that.
Well, we're going to leave it there for today. Sounds very exciting there, Abdulrahman. As I said, we don't want you to miss your flight, so we'll park it there for the time being. The Chief Financial Officer of Blue Amber, Abdulrahman Said, and we've been talking to him about new property investment opportunity that allows South Africans to purchase a luxury property in Zanzibar and receive residency permits as well.